People love to see her walk through the door.
Gina walks in and, you know, it was like my guardian angel showed up.
She does a really good job of making both her patients and the people that she's teaching a lot more comfortable.
She definitely has a knack for this, you know, and like I said, she just goes right out. No challenge is too big for her to take on.
Her day is not a 9-to-5 day because she makes herself available to us all the time. And if I had a wound, she would calm me down in a split second.
Well, she comes no matter when I call her.
So Gina is one of our wound nurses. She works on a specialty team. She takes care of all the patients that require a lot of specialty care, wounds, ostomies, and really mentors all new staff coming in to be able to care for those types of patients.
She is amazing. She's just, we have so many people coming out of the hospital with complex wounds and difficult ostomies, and she will go in and just settle things down, go about her business, teach the family, teach the patients, and she was made for this. She was just made to do this. In her line of work, she is the one who's walking into probably a really ugly situation with a new dressing or a severe dressing just by the nature of what she does. And she's as calm as could be.
I looked forward to her visits, even though she was, you know, doing stuff to my body. I knew that I was going to be well taken care of and that if I had any issues, I always had somebody to rely on.
Gina was the one that took me out for my very first wound vac. So yeah, she's kind of been my go-to lifeline every time I have wound care orders or questions for her. She's always been my first stop.
In home care especially, because it's such an independent practice that you don't have people around to ask questions all the time. And Gina is just so calm, she's so patient. She almost is actually able to anticipate when someone needs some help rather than waiting for someone to come and ask her for help, which I think makes a new nurse much more comfortable, that they don't have to reach out to her. She is very perceptive about knowing that.
We are going on and we are doing wound care as kind of a top priority. We see a lot of wound vacs. We see things that are more complicated than other people may see. She is the person that we are going to go to. If I look at something and I say, oh gosh, this looks like a little bit out of my range, but it's going to be something that I need to be doing, we immediately go to her. I've lost count of the number of nurses that if I call and say, hey, I have a new person and somebody's called in sick and they need somewhere to go, can they meet you? She'll go, yep, have her call me, give her my cell phone number, I'm on the way. And she's just, the nurses that go out with her ask to go again.
Gina had said to me that a leadership position was just not her thing. To me, Gina's a leader. Gina really pushes people, challenges people to do more, to learn more, and like I said, to feel more. And I think there's all different types of roles in leadership, and she may not be in an office behind a desk, but she's out in the field leading people to do what they do best.
I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I had appendix cancer, and I had had emergency surgery before I met Gina, and I needed my wound closed. She was wonderful. She was kind. She was an excellent nurse, and she cared for all of me, not just a piece of me. She made sure that my head was on straight and tried to help me, work through everything.
She explained everything.
Detail.
Yeah.
Great detail. Sometimes gory detail. I like that. I like it. How big is the wound? That big.
She's so willing to run out to see a patient in need, whether it's 6 at night, 7 in the morning, on a weekend. And that really means a lot to patients. They trust her implicitly.
She's very deserving of some recognition, all the work that she does. She's always putting in extra hours. Anytime I call her, she's always picking up, which kind of surprises me because I call her quite a bit.
I went out to a patient's house and this lady had a wound on her bottom. And I went and read about her and did what I needed to do before I went into the house and realized that on this woman's closet was a picture and supplies that were taped up. Do this, then do this, then do this, then do this. And she had it all written out. So even if you couldn't follow the order that was in the computer, you know exactly what to do.
If she feels like a recommendation needs to be made and that there's a better course of treatment, she'll make that phone call right away, and she'll have a talk with the doctor or whoever their team is over there and try to get those orders changed. She's very focused on the patient as priority and what's best for your patient. That's something I really respect about her, is that she's not scared to kind of put herself out there and have that difficult conversation with the doctor or the surgeon to try and do it for the better of the patient.
She really focuses on the little things. I think in nursing, the little things are really the big things that make a lot of difference to a lot of patients. She really gets down and dirty. She gets creative. She's able to come up with inventive ideas that help people feel better.
I was thrilled for her. I was thrilled for her. Unsung hero is what she is. And the fact that she got it is really a testament to how well she relates to her patients, and what she does resonates with them. I just love her. I just love her. I think that she is just one of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. She was one of those people that not only would I choose her to be a colleague, I'd choose her to be my friend.
She's a special person. She's
Almost like she's part of the family.
she is part of the family. I don't feed strangers.
But I just wanted her to understand and thank her for taking care of the smallest of our pediatric patients, the sickest of our oncology and palliative care patients, and our complex infusion patients. Like I said, there's no challenge that she backs down from at all.
She's just a wonderful person. I'm lucky that I met her, and I consider her a friend, and I think that God sent her to me to help me get through this.